In this behind the scenes video, I'll show you how and why you can save big money when buying a home in 2023. I'll be sharing tips and tricks on how and when to negotiate for a better price and which homes are good candidates for a bargain. So if you're in the market for a new home and you want to make sure you're getting the best deal possible, make sure to stick around for this insider information. It could help you save big. Nice. The power of the supply and demand model has been on full display in living color last couple of years, especially in real estate, and this is important. COVID hits, inventory tanks, buyers come out of the woodwork looking for a place with enough space for family, leisure, and work. Interest rates are at historic lows, almost free money. Then actual free money gets pumped into the economy in the form of stimulus checks with no guardrails. Buyer demand was crushing housing supply and prices, they rose quickly. Make no mistake, sellers took advantage of the market. Now, affordability is front and center and cities are changing the rules so we can stuff more people into fewer homes. This may seem like old news, but where we are now is in that weird place between the old normal and the new normal, and sellers are hating it. This is where opportunity lies. Home sellers realizing they've missed the gravy train are putting their homes on the market, ignoring the data, choosing to believe their home is special and pricing too high, and sitting and waiting and languishing on the market unsold. Not long ago, sellers beat buyers bloody. Now it's buyers' turn. Let's get one thing straight. Housing is still expensive. But in 2023, some experts predict prices could drop below the 2022 home prices same time last year. That's called a year-over-year comparison. Last year's prices were high. In fact, upwards of 20% higher than the year before. But here we are in a new normal, where only a moment ago you had to pay a premium price just to get a home under contract. Now the buyer has more power. Buyer demand has collapsed because of high prices, high interest. What makes this market unique is inventory is in the toilet and prices are falling. Usually low inventory means higher prices, but when there's fewer buyers buying, sellers have to lower prices. This is what I'll show you how to take advantage of. Now that you have the basics, here's how you win big. Step number 1, get pre-qualified for a loan. I'm sure you've heard this like 1,000 times, but find out what you can actually afford versus what you qualify for. What I mean by that is this: you may qualify for $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, but that's a stretch. Don't do that. Work with your lender and shop around, by the way, to find out what works for your financial situation. Pro tip here: there are lenders out there who want you to max out your budget to improve their bottom line. I've seen it. Don't let that happen. Find a lender that will help you know what you can actually afford versus one that focuses on what you can qualify for. Bottom line, here's what I'm saying. You can qualify for $500,000, great, but you can only easily afford $400,000 or $450,000. Go with that lower number. You'll thank me a couple of years down the road. Step number 2, what type of house do you want? This may seem obvious, but the number of buyers who started looking for a house with no idea what they want would surprise you. I think the reason is people try to figure out how much house they qualify for will buy. That's backwards. Decide what you want first. Do you want a little land? Do you want none at all? 1-story, 2-story condo, single family, 3 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, bonus room? What does your family need? Decide and stick to your guns. Step 3, look for a target-rich environment. Outside of knowing what you can afford, this is the most important step. Here's how it works. Now that you know how much you can spend and you know what kind of house you want, search in areas where the median price is close to or below how much you can afford. What I want you to understand is this: if you search an area where the median price is too high, your only options are going to be bad ones. When you have 3, 4, 5, or 7 different homes to choose from by being in the right median price range area, now we've got something to work with. Sometimes a client will say, I don't care where the house is located, I'm focused only on the price. These are not people I choose to work with, and the reason is they're literally all over the map. Here's why. A $500,000 house in one area may be a comparative mansion, while the same price in a different area could be a knockdown, and I mean literally. Most people want a move-in ready, solid home at a fair price. This is how you do that, and it bears repeating. Look in areas where the median home selling price is close to or below what you can actually afford. Step 4, consider your options. Here's what that means. If you know what homes are selling for in a particular market, watch for those that are priced right from day one. Have your agent pull the sold comps for the neighborhood. By the way, if you want help finding a good agent, text me or email me, call me, and I can hook you up with one. Sellers will make one of two choices when they're listing their homes. They'll list to sell fast, or they'll list to try to maximize profit. The ones that list to sell have to move for some reason. The ones that list for more money, they may be testing the market. There is an exception. A home price too high for the market may mean they've got a HELOC, home equity line of credit, or they've refinanced and they have very little wiggle room. Frankly, these sellers are pretty much out of luck. Finally, we have the high price seller because they won't admit the market has changed as dramatically as it has. These are the ones we want. If you've done your work well, you should have several options to choose from, but you might have to wait for the market to pick up a bit. Bottom line, if the median price matches what you can afford, you're in the right place, meaning the solds. You're in the right place. It can take up to a month or more for a seller to come to terms with the pricing problem. They pretty much have to go through the 7 stages of grief to get there. When a house has been on the market for a few weeks and they've lowered the price once, maybe twice, they've accepted the fact the price is the issue, and they'll try to cut their losses by playing hardball. Don't let that fool you. But if you submit an offer below ask on a home that's been sitting for a while, the seller may act firm, but they are dying to get out of the process, to get it over with. Trust me. Be willing to walk away if they don't play nice, and the odds are they will come around. Let me say this though, no one will take a ridiculous lowball offer. I'm trusting you're working with a realtor to help you understand what that is. Step 5, get your inspections and ask for repairs. When you have an inspection, be quick to say goodbye to a house that needs too much work. This is a hot market hangover. In the recent past, sellers didn't have to fix anything and the house still got top dollar. Not anymore. Roof leaks require repairs. Water heater leaks require replacement. Foundation cracks, say goodbye and don't look back. Whatever it is, without being overly nitpicky, require repairs. As a buyer's agent, I have the seller do the work because as the buyer, if you don't like the repair, they do it again or you walk away. As a caution, be very specific on your repairs so you have something to say no to if you need to walk away. Be careful of price reductions or closing costs in lieu of repairs, unless you're dead solid certain on the scope of repairs. The last thing you want is $1,000 to fix a dip in the floor, only to find out the joists are rotten. So here's what we've got. You got pre-approved. Check. You're clear on the type of house you want. Check. You're searching in an area that fits your finances. Check. You find a home that's priced to sell, or you negotiate firmly with homes that have high days on the market. Check. You have an inspection and you get things fixed. Check. You have just bought a solid home for a great price. Congratulations. Trust me, this works. If you like this video, tell a friend, give it a like to help me spread the word, and subscribe so you know when the next one drops. As always, I appreciate you and your time. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.